Hey class, this is David Wolfson. I'm just making my video presentation for the midterm. I just want to quickly run through my algorithm, and then I want to talk about some issues that I ran into. So I created a function that would create the gradient map based on the Sobel filter, and then it combines the gradient x and y, and that's the gradient per pixel. This find energy backward, that's based on the 2007 paper that follows that algorithm to create the energy map, and then it returns that. And then the find energy forward is based on the 2008 algorithm to find the forward energy, and then returns that. And then this find seam function uses the energy matrix to calculate the seam. It finds the index of the minimum energy of the last row of the energy matrix, and then it tracks all the way back up. And then the seam remove removes the seam from the image. By essentially making all the indexes that aren't in the seam true, and then the indexes are false, and then this line removes the seam. And then it also recalculates the gradient based on the new image with the seam removed. And that's for the backward energy calculation. And get all seams just loops through the number of seams you want to remove, and then it calculates the backward or forward, depending on however you want to, whichever one you're using. It calculates the backward energy or forward energy just by changing this function and the input here, and then it finds a seam, and then it appends it to this list of all seams, and then it passes the image with the seam removed, which here is initialized to the image, and then it just keeps updating it, removing the seam. And it passes the last seam added in the kernel size, because this function recalculates the gradient map, and then it keeps getting inputted to here for the backward, and then in the forward it's ignored. And then this adds all the seams using np insert. So just quickly, some issues I ran into is that I could not follow too well the algorithms to calculate the energy matrix. I thought I was following them well, but clearly I wasn't. I think my find seam function is pretty accurate, but I couldn't figure out why definitely my forward energy, because I had a lot of straight seams. So so my forward energy was definitely off. And then my backward energy also, because in the dolphin image, there's a lot of seams that are running through the dolphin. Which is not correct. So those are just some issues. I had some issues calculating the matrix. But other than that, this was a very interesting project.